Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian,
All right, buddy.
Brett,
So,
and friend of the show, Kyle Petty. As you guys can see here, we are here to talk the Traitors. This is USA season 2, episodes 1, 2, and 3. These all dropped in a batch on Peacock. Like and subscribe here. If you're in the Traitors, we're covering Traitors UK simultaneously right now. The first 6 episodes, we have individual reviews up with those episodes. We'll continue with that next week, and we'll continue with Traitors US. Check out our TikTok account as well. I'm going to do some reviews, thoughts of different people. Took some clips and stuff, so look at that over like the beginning of the week. Guys, episodes 1, 2, and 3. This is very different than the UK Traitors, right? This is really polar opposites. This is all reality TV stars, competition stars, dating, anything and everything reality TV really represented well here. I just want to ask you guys off the top, what are some of your highlights from the first 3 episodes? We are going to run through everything, how everything developed, the rules, alliances, who the Traitors are. But Bri, kick it off. Just overall impressions. What were your highlights?
I thought you were joking for a second that it's different.
We're gonna get to
Because
that.
the only thing that's different is the cast and the host. Everything else is the same.
Yeah, I if you go, I tweeted this out. This is format wise is the Spider-Man meme. They are pointing at each
Yeah.
other. The challenges are, it's not even like, oh, we're doing it with a spin. They are literally like they filmed one, cleaned them up, and then had the guys come in and film it again, like it's Survivor in Fiji.
Yeah,
So,
right. I wonder if they're all like in the castle together and they're like, okay, today's your day to you got to stay in your room, UK people, and then USA people go out today. But
I mean, down to like even like the amount of medals and I mean shields in the challenges to like there was no twists.
yeah,
Not
it's just Alan, I think, is better at like delivering one-liners, which that compared to UK host Claudia.
Claudia is a little bit more of a like a
She's more like, let's
dude.
go, team, and Alan's there to like stick a fork in you.
Yeah, so Brian's biggest takeaway is that how similar and how there's a little deja vu.
It is. I mean, the challenge today was the challenge for episode 6. So I was like kind of telling Kyle before you guys got on. I was like, it was kind of a dud, but I liked the 3 episodes. I thought they were good. I liked cast a lot, and I want to hear what everyone else has to say first.
Kyle, takeaways, main highlights for you.
needless to say, of course, I am the one dissenter. I actually really love that it is mirroring the UK version. I think it's really cool to see a different group of people playing the same thing and seeing how it just plays out differently. I also really like Claudia, like not really here for the slander. I think Claudia is really fun. like I don't know.
Defend your
I'm not
truth.
taking anything from Alan. Like I think he brings his own thing to it, but like I don't know when I look at even Traders Canada, like Canada, Australia, UK, US, each one of these hosts are like awesome in their own way.
Yeah,
So
I
like
agree though.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I'm digging it already. And I think that it's great. I like that the UK has, all civilians. And I think that this is really great that we have all celebrities. I think it was a miss for Traders US season 1 to do a mix of celeb and civilian because the civilians got severely under edited and like you didn't even remember who they were.
Yeah.
So now like we've completely circumvented that issue. So I don't know. I'm really digging it.
For anybody who's not watching the UK version, like myself, I did try to watch the first 2, and I just said screw it. I didn't want to catch up, and that kid that was the traitor was annoying me, so I just got rid of it. But
Oh,
for
you don't
this,
like Harry?
no, I don't like Harry.
Oh,
Man,
he's the
I
best
love Harry.
one.
I don't know. He was annoying
Oh,
me.
you're nuts.
And so for this one though, I'm pretty upset that they got rid of Bananas in the first episode.
Yeah.
He's a good character. We just saw him on House
Facts.
of M. I love watching him on the challenge. Sucks that he's gone. Sucks that he didn't even get to be a traitor or do anything. And then the third thing is I'm on Team Dan, even though Dan looks like he's about to shit the bed here in the future because they're on to him. Because I was thinking, what Dan keeps playing the shy boy, like, oh, I'm quiet. I have a hard time opening up to people, blah, blah, blah. These people must not have seen Big Brother because Dan is a mastermind. And I don't think he was necessarily shy on that show. But the fact that they don't see through this charade that he's throwing on, I mean, they're catching on to it now. But I was just like, you guys are idiots. Dan's just going to dog walk through this game and whoop all you.
I think he's gone in the next 2 episodes.
At this point, yeah, probably.
Let's highlight that. So Dan and Phaedra were the first two traitors. Phaedra from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Dan, like you said, from Big Brother. This again very similar to UK. They are going to be able to do the first murder and do the first nomination in the same evening. They're going to find out who that is. We had a mission that we've seen before, the untying yourself and the map and running into the islands. I think what's a little different from this one, what I've noticed so far, is that the shields, people going for the shields, is a lot more aggressive than the UK version. Like, Janelle notably just does not give an F and runs up that hill in the first challenge, unties herself first and takes off. I laughed out loud. I was like, you know what? This is real reality. What people really would want to do if this was like she called herself Katniss Everdeen.
It was impressive how quickly she got untied. I will give her that.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really take away. She didn't have to run that far to get the shield. Everyone made it sound like it was a big deal. It's like,
Yeah, I think it was just the act. I think it was just the act of going, but it doesn't matter. I mean, she's still here, so she did the right thing.
The really only thing notable from that, what I do like about how they do format it is with these first 3 episodes, it really does feel like a nice one long kind of episode arc. Episode 1 ends right when we're getting to the reveal of the first kind of what do they call that when they all get together?
Banishment ceremony?
That's a banishment ceremony when they go for the first murder.
murder.
Yeah, the
Talking about episode
Traitors?
1 or 3.
No, on
Turret
episode
talk.
1.
We'll call it turret.
You talking about the traitors talking?
Yeah, they call it like the Enclave or something like that. They call it something.
Yeah, I mean,
Either way,
I do
First-
like they were. I was gonna say, I do like that with them and then with Parvati that they basically became traitors and had to navigate the game as a traitor without knowing the other traitors for like at least a day or something.
yeah, I do like that. Obviously, this is the first one we addressed where Johnny Bananas goes is part of the first. Yeah, it stinks. I think it does make sense. I mean, when we can review a lot of these shows, I'm always calling like, why don't you take heavy shots at big hitters early? This show they definitely did. So I mean, I have to give them props. Like I said, I think Phaedra really pushed that as well, and Dan. It seems like they both really were like, no,
Yeah.
let's get somebody big. Even in the preview, it looks like again they're saying, hey, let's go for another heavy hitter. I like that. I don't need you to get like the easy outs. I think that was like my biggest criticism of the Tracy elimination in UK, that it seemed like an easy out that didn't really have any implications. All of these eliminations so far have had implications. So I do think that the voting has been way more strategic in this one so far.
yeah, it's just bummed to see like a big personality go that quickly. That's the only thing that
I agree.
Yeah.
he wasn't going to make it that far, but it just would have been nice to have him around because
Right.
just
He
like
would've-
he's just fun.
He would have been the guy you frame as a traitor because everyone is just going
Right.
to point the finger at him. So I mean, that's why you keep him. But I don't know.
Yeah. He was never going to make like the halfway point or anything, but I
No.
at least thought he would make like episode 4 or 5. Like,
Yeah.
definitely disappointed.
I just want to see him in action. I just want to see him get in an argument with somebody. That's all I really want to see. Same thing with Aubrey when he got eliminated. I just want to see him once.
Right.
Just get
Suit
one
up.
moment, one TikTok clip.
Yeah, please.
Something. Episode 2 for me, and really in my notes, is really highlighted with, unfortunately, a heavy dose of Trishelle in her crazy unforeseen feud with Peppermint. She basically had made a joke, this being Trishelle, made a comment that if I'm eliminated, Peppermint did it. Peppermint didn't like it. Peppermint just was like, I don't know why you're making jokes about me. We're not friends. Like, what that comes out of nowhere. Trishelle took the dirty look she received as guilt. This goes around the house and becomes like the topic of conversation at the first round table. And it led to Peppermint being ousted. Now, I felt for Peppermint. I thought it was BS. I thought it was another person I thought was going to be good on the show for a while. Didn't like seeing it early. I mean, losing Bananas and Peppermint in one episode, it's a lot of personality to lose. And so
A lot of food groups to lose.
Where is she from?
that is a lot of fruit groups to lose.
She's from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, right.
RuPaul's.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
from
Yeah.
RuPaul. So, what did you guys feel about the Peppermint and Trishelle conflict?
I mean, it's just like what we said on UK. It's like the first couple episodes, people just latch on to anything just to stay safe, and that's pretty much what that was. So I mean,
And the thing about it
is.
that reaction didn't even really look suspect to me. Like that it was such a reach. Like she was just looking back at you like, oh my gosh, like why are you saying this right now? It didn't look like a guilty kind of surprise or shock, but like again, if you have to latch on to something just to have a reason to talk about somebody, it's a tricky thing though, because when you do that and then you're wrong, it does start to make you look like, wait, are you just deflecting? Because like you are going so hard on this thing so early. It's like it'd be interesting to see how that plays out for Trishelle later.
Trishelle does have a history of like butting heads with people.
Yeah, this is what she does.
Sure.
This is why I've never liked her since like high school. I've never liked this woman.
TT even like it up in the trailer for next week or something.
Yeah, they do mention CT Trishelle having history, so there's going to be interactions there.
Can't wait.
It was interesting again, like to see like Trishelle coming right back in, and like you said, just right back into the thick of it. It's always a common denominator there.
Typical Trishelle.
We do move on to the next meeting of the Traitors. This was the first time with all three Traitors, with Parvati being added. Did you guys like that? Do you think that's a smart choice? You guys all have more experience with her from past Survivor.
Parvati, yeah,
Fine.
sure.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine for now. Because I think the initial concern is we don't want to choose somebody that looks like they could be related too closely to us, but like she's not exactly someone that you can trust, so you're gonna have to really keep an eye on her. Like it's gonna be important, not to jump the gun here, but like like even when we saw that last banishment and like she put the D on her little chalkboard,
I wrote that down.
it out. Yes, and it's like this is what she does. Like she's tricky.
I saw that. I'm glad you noted that. I noted that
and
as
it's
well.
like we're planting seeds, and it's like I hate it, but that's what she does. So it's like
I just wonder if they're going to be a similar route to UK, where they're going to like cut a weak traitor, and that could be Dan.
I think so too.
It could be Dan,
because I think that like Parvati and Phaedra, like because they're so far apart in the house, I think that could be like
work
pretty
well.
good. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they could work very well together.
I mean, I think
Dan is looking like the weak link now.
If you go into this house and you know anything about your actual cast around you, I don't know anything about Phaedra, but to me, she seems like, not a threat. Like I wouldn't think she's a traitor, but knowing Parvati and knowing Dan, I know how they play games, so I would automatically be sus of them. And now the fact that they are traitors, they might be good at hiding that they're a traitor, but I'm going to think they could be a traitor just because who they are.
I agree. Your reputation definitely precedes you a lot in the game, and that's what happened to Bananas. Bananas just got eliminated. They said he's good at reality TV games. We're just gonna get rid of him. Boom.
Right, and then that goes back to like why are we focusing on a dumb fight when we can just start voting people that could just be really good at the game?
Vote them off.
Yeah,
they might be better than me at the end.
Yeah,
don't care if they're a good guy or not.
I'm sorry, I don't want to put your name down, but I got to do it. It's like it's a game, man.
I think some people would do well if they just said that. They're like, look, some of them kind of in the UK have already said like, hey, like if you're not a traitor, you're just like a sloppy faithful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, well, that's basically I'm like, look, man, if Johnny vote for you, if you're a traitor, then like good, because you're gonna play really well. And if not, I don't know if I would have beaten you in the end of a game. So like, it is what it is. I'm being honest.
I think somebody said that for Janelle, right? They're like, either you're a traitor or you're just selfish.
Or you're a selfish faithful.
Yeah,
you're selfish faithful.
Which is, I think, is a perfect. Just drop the number. Just be like, I voted for you. Bang. You don't need to go into this like big speech about why you voted for somebody.
Right.
I don't think you're a traitor. I just think you suck. So see it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's what we really need. And it's like, are you really being a selfish faithful because I'm grabbing the things that are placed into the challenge designed to protect me? Like, why wouldn't I go for that? You're really faulting me for looking for protection? Like, you should have went for it. It was there.
Yeah, how selfish is it? It's not full immunity. You can still be voted out.
Yeah, you can still be voted out. It's just, I mean, it's just what we talked about. It's like you just the optics of going for it every single time. People will just be like
Right.
sick of it and they'll just get rid of you.
We're
Absolutely.
operating in episode 3 territory here, obviously. So I do want to make sure we don't skip over the eliminated player at the top of episode 3. We lost Marcus Jordan. We lost Pippin's Boo. I am kind of glad that, and again, it makes sense strategically. Why would you leave a pair around long? It just doesn't make any sense. And I am glad, frankly, that they left Larsa in. I think she's just going to be more entertaining in the show. I think she's going to go harder than Marcus.
Yeah.
I think he was going to play a more like cerebral game and try to be like actually just kind of logically thinking things out and listening and not talking. She's going to go on like a witch hunt. And that's what
She's not even on a witch hunt. She's right.
yeah, she is right. I'm saying she should. Yeah, she's sussing Dan right out. She's like, "You are too quiet. I don't trust you." I'm like, "Yes, let's go." It's like Dan and Paul.
But will people believe her? Will they think she's, a
Well,
plastic
MJ's
surgeon?
on it too. It's not like it's just her.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have the votes here. I mean, he was not definitely the only person. So MJ pushed really hard for Dan too. I thought if you look back kind of in the episode leading into it more, MJ accused Dan in the first round table.
Yep.
And now she accuses him again in the second round table, and there's still conversations going on. I think what you guys are saying is right. Sooner than later, you may just have to like vote for him if you're the other traders and just kind of play off as faithful, because if these conversations are starting this early, they're not just going to go away. Like, it's just tough in this game. And that's something I wanted to ask you guys too. I threw this out on Twitter. Should there be at least like a kind of like a mix of some maybe anonymous voting in this show? Like you guys said, I feel like after a few votes get thrown out there, people may just change their mind and they just roll with the group mentality because they don't want to be seen. Now, there's some people that still shoot their shot against other people who are calling them out, but it doesn't really ever have much of a consequence. I would love to see a few blind votes in there. I think it may change the outcome.
I think you might be referring to the challenge where it's like, I get to vote, then you vote, then you vote. This one, I'm pretty sure they all write down the vote.
Yeah, it's locked.
Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Damn, that is true.
He's like,
he's like showing person. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, pencils down.
Pencils down. Yeah. Now I need the evidence now to see that no one's drawing. But that's a great point to see. I'm glad you said it before.
So you need like
you need
like GoPro cams where they're like writing and they're like trying to
like
with folders.
You see
so I like that
this Hold'em tournaments where you have to flash your cards.
I mean, I think it could be cool to sometimes have a secret vote, but I definitely do think there's certainly a lot more fun around having to publicly declare it and also give your reason why. Like, we're not just saying, oh, I voted for so-and-so. I have to also state why. And like, that just starts a whole new firestorm. So like, I certainly wouldn't want that to go away.
The face zooming in on the person getting the votes is funny. It's like,
I think they should put this one into the challenge. This vote should be in the challenge because this season of the challenge, the voting mechanism sucks. Because it was like you were saying, Bill, where basically
you locking your vote. Like, you can't, like, somebody says a vote, then you can just say what you want. I know what you're saying, like, write it down. It's literally on paper, and then you just flip it as you go. Because there's too many followers on the challenge. They're all a bunch of losers.
Yeah, I agree with that. So the actual round table leads to Max being the target here. Honestly, I didn't really have a problem with this. That dude acted like a weirdo, like all the time. He kept like walking in and out of rooms. Like, he's like, don't want nothing to do with it. He's acting like he was walking into like someone admitting a crime every time he walked into a room.
I feel bad for Max. Justice for Max.
Why? What do you mean justice for Max?
I feel bad for him because he is not used to this environment at all. Like, this is the man who's a choreographer and a dancer. Wait. Like, he doesn't.
Is he from Big Brother?
No, he's not. He's a choreographer and dancer on Dancing with the Stars. He was thrown into this environment that is so different.
He two-stepped right out of the rooms.
When I saw him,
I'll say it out.
I saw this like this good-looking white guy, not ever talking. Like, I don't know who he is. I'm like, he looks really familiar. I'm like, is that dude from Dancing with the Stars? And
he is
like back
justice
15 years
he
ago.
doesn't know what he's doing. You don't know what to do.
Justice for what?
Kyle. He walks into a room and they're like, "Yo, come in," and he just walks away. Like, he doesn't say anything.
Because he's intimidated. He doesn't know.
But you're just like, "Yo, come sit with us," and he just walks away. Nah,
I think
nah,
English is his second language.
Poor Max.
nah. He was doing like
Aw.
I like his detective work. Like I like him as like the Sherlock Holmes of the house because he just walks around and eavesdrops, doesn't say anything, but he did some dumb stuff where he's just like just say hello or just like nah I'm okay I just wasn't stop by like just open your mouth.
That actually sounds like something I might do.
He just
Poor
skulks
guy.
it back out of the freaking rooms every time.
He's like he looked like he honestly was like the butler of the cast where he would just like walk into a room and just silently leave with just like things in his hands or
Shout out to the groundskeeper. He's a little crazy bastard. The one opening the gate.
oh yeah
Stuff popping with the
I
bulging
love him.
eyes.
I love
I
him.
love
He's
him.
it's like
in
the one
season
difference from
too.
UK is
I
they
love
like
that he's back.
yeah
Let's see. Oh, episode 3 as well. I mean, we had the graveyard challenge that we've seen before. It was Bergie time to shine, guys. It was Bergie's time to shine. Johnny Bananas said that he was like peeing himself in episode 1. Well, he's not peeing himself anymore. He grabbed a battering ram. He was like Solid Snake avoiding spotlights.
he got caught.
He went down like a Braveheart.
He
Like
got
Maximus.
he got everyone else on the plan that was following the pattern.
Exactly.
Okay, so I didn't see the UK them doing this, so this was the first time I saw this challenge. I love this challenge. This reminded me of
Yeah, it's cool.
like computer game I used to play back when I was 10 years old, where you got to like study the pattern and avoid the cops and the flashlights. I loved it. So
I think
No,
UK
it's
people
cool.
did it better.
the who UK did?
The UK people I thought did it better.
Did they make more money after?
Yeah, they were the ones who were like police breaching that door. We didn't see that on these guys. Remember like
Yeah,
then
that was
he
the
was just
Lord
like,
of the
bang,
Rings
bang.
battering ram.
Yeah. I know you just like give me a hard time for Bergie, but I cannot believe this guy is on my TV. And
I love it. I'm
again.
so psyched that he's
What
back.
naked pictures does he have of people at Peacock? I don't know how he gets picked for these shows.
Bro,
He's
he might
so
show up on Love
uninteresting.
Island All Stars this next month or two as like one of the new people. You don't even know.
He will not be on
He's a
this.
pretty big guy. He might end up on the challenge, if you ever watch it again.
Good. Then I won't watch
He's
it.
good at challenges. He was a
added to
football
the list
player.
of reasons why I should be giving up on this show.
Right.
And he's
yeah,
a
that's
general
your net
manager
now.
of Dairy Queen.
Yeah, if that's your net, you're casting for him is your show is on the decline.
Listen, I'd take the
it's over.
GM
It's
job
already
at
over.
Dairy Queen right now.
There's hope for me.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather watch Brett the first time on a show than watch Bergie again. I don't want to see this dude. He's not
Listen, if I could get Brett, then yeah, I would take Brett over Bergie. But like right now, we're talking about Bergie as far as like going to all-star things. Like, yeah. Brett versus Bergie. Maybe we can like set up our own mini.
I'm taking Brett.
I would take Brett too.
I'll smash that kid.
Brett's got more hate in his heart.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bergie has no personality.
By the way,
Kyle, what do you think of Bergie? Is your
He doesn't bother me, but I don't really know this man. Like, I mean, he's new to me. This is the first time I've ever seen him. So, like,
Burgalicious.
when Parvati slides up on him, man, he's gonna drink that thing with a big old boner in his pants and die that night.
What was I
That's
calling it?
probably
What was I
gonna
calling it during Love Island? Bergie Mania. Yeah, Bergie Mania is running wild.
I don't know.
I'm the president of the hate club because he is just such a bum.
Deontay Wilder cried a lot this episode, guys. Wasn't
I don't know. I like him.
I do. Who can't you like Deontay Wilder? It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's just like
see what I got
very upset.
by a gypsy. He's soft.
What?
He is soft. He cried.
In the boxing. Yeah.
He cried. He said he doesn't know if he wants to keep playing. I was like, oh my god.
Then just leave. Honestly, just leave. Like I'm not really down for the crying, especially on day 3.
Oh,
and
definitely
it
not.
literally is day
No.
3 in this version, because we all know this is only filmed over like 10 or 12 days.
Let the
So
hate
like
flow.
you really
Yeah,
just
no
got
crying.
there. How could you be that broken up? Like enough. Like
And he just met like all those people like a day.
right,
or
like
two.
enough now. Like I get it. You're a boxer. You're not really in this world at all. This is completely foreign to you, but crying that hard, like they're not actually dead. Like
Speaking of that, anyone who hasn't watched The Trust, I just watched all the episodes. Why are those people so gung ho for each other? Take everybody out.
Yeah.
These people will be good for the Traitors. They want to kill each other. The poison chalice is back, guys. Back because we just saw it this morning.
Yeah, 3 hours ago.
We have there's two poison chalices forever known January 13th, 2024, Poison Chalice Day in the Traitors history. We don't know who got this one either. It was funny. Parvati had to do a few like abort missions.
Parvati.
All right, Parvati. Sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Okay, I got a cloak over
Gotta
my
get her
eyes.
name right.
Yogurt parfait.
She's a legend.
Parvati. I have it spelled right. Parvati. Whatever. Anyway, Parvati aborts on Cherie. Then she tries. Phaedra was going to go in there and take the cup. That was wild to me. She's like, "Sorry, no, you can't. You can't murder my friend."
Sorry.
I
Not
love
on
that.
my watch.
Her and Dan were like, let's just do it anyways without her permission, and then she stopped him. That was I like both.
Yeah, I mean, if she doesn't want to partake, like she said, then it's fair game.
She goes to the other room. She tries to do MJ, then realizes MJ won't drink out of a dirty glass. So they leave it up to saying it's somebody standing at that table. Any predictions, guys? We're not going to know until I guess what, next Friday.
So I have a quick question before we give our guesses. Like, is she allowed to drink out of it?
I guess if she wants to leave,
Because this is the move. You fill it up with something, you taste it. This tastes weird. What do you think? Boom, done.
I think the rule was first person to drink out of that poison chalice, because you can give somebody whatever they're drinking. Like they're asking, do you want red or white? And like they can pour whatever in, but if someone drinks out of it, they're dead.
What if they just don't do the mission? Because I think this is kind of a BS mission. Like, especially when the cup's like weird.
I don't think anyone dies.
Yeah, I think it's a wash.
It's a lost opportunity. It's like a Mario Party game where
Bergie, man. She's gonna slot roll up to Bergie. And
Bergie is someone who would be, she'd be like, hey, let's take a cheers, Berg, and like hand him the cup and have another cup in her hand and like would do it.
Yeah, dude, he's
Berg MVP today.
His face is gonna be so red with him, like right after that, he's done.
I just wanted to be like a diner, like dining murder theater where like as soon as a person drinks it, like the producer says, yeah, you have to hit the ground.
Oh, the lights fall. The lights turn off.
Lights turn off, and they tell me you were just murdered. You have to lay on the ground.
So, do you think when they say like you don't know when he's like they're gonna die? Do you think it's like a 2-episode delay, and then we'll find out maybe in 2 weeks?
I think they just like die in their sleep, probably, or something.
Yeah, they'll just like send the card, right? Like
Oh, you think it's just gonna be immediate?
I know it'll be that night. It'll be that night, probably. Okay. I think like they'll go to bed at like because it's about to be midnight. That's like what the deadline was, right? So it'll.
I'm just comparing the wording to UK. UK, they're like, oh, they're dead today, and then they said they will die slowly.
Oh, that's ridiculous. That
would be interesting. If they make it to breakfast and they still get to murder someone, or there's no murder, and then
or they're alive and maybe they die before the challenge because there is like a graveyard challenge or something,
or like there's like a antidote or something, like maybe or something they can get. Like, look, I'm open for there to being any difference.
Twist it up.
Guess what? Honestly, guys, if we want to know what's going to happen next Friday, we just need to watch UK on Wednesday.
Yep, we got 3 episodes to figure out what happens.
Early spoilers. Early spoilers for the USA. Just keep watching the UK version.
Bill, Kyle, and I are time travelers.
I'm from the ghost of Traitors' future.
Aren't we on like USA YouTube though? So a lot of people aren't.
YouTube is global.
Yeah, but there's different versions. Like I know Mr. Beast has several channels for different languages.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We definitely have viewers that are not US, all based just off when we go into our demographics. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. The target, again, we have 2 targets, UK and US. We don't know 2 people are being poisoned. So make sure you're subscribed here. Anything else before we go? I think we did a pretty good job of covering the overall 3-episode arc pretty well.
I hope CT doesn't go soon.
Facts.
I don't think he's gonna go anytime soon. As much as I love him, like I'm really down for CT, but he looks like a deer in headlights. Like this man does not know what the hell is going on.
Definitely
like every time something happens, he's like,
"No, he definitely did."
What? It's like, no, I think people just keep him around because he don't know. Yeah, it's really, really great. It's really fun.
People like him and don't think he's gonna like suss him out like Bananas would have.
Yeah, I think he's good for a little bit.
He did some a classic CT, didn't let Max like drop a name or deflect against him. He was like, he yelled at him, he raised his voice. You're not gonna like pull that on me. Known a guy 20 years, you're gonna name drop me on that. Like I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It came off very genuine too to me. It didn't come off like a ploy. So I think that really actually may have helped him with people like, yeah, I don't think he's a thing. He was way too pissed off. Like,
Yeah, that's part of
Right.
why Max left, I guess, right? Because anyone who accused him, he just accused back. So
yeah, and CT
Mhm.
shut him down pretty hard. Great cast. I'm really enjoying it. Kyle, Strat Chat Pod, what are you guys covering right now?
Wait, can I time out real
Strat
quick
chat.
before we
Oh,
talk
no,
about Kyle?
Oh, you got one.
Who do we think's coming in as the
Mm.
22nd
Oh, the
person?
secret player.
Yeah. I thought
Do
it looked like a woman.
like a
It's a
new
woman.
April is coming in.
Somebody's coming in because there's 21 people. And they said on the first preview of episode 1, they did like a quick thing of the whole season, and they like showed somebody's house getting a letter to their doorstep.
Mhm, mhm.
3. She's the winner.
That'd be funny.
Oh, I hope not. That's
We're on 3 overload now.
yeah. I don't see what that would. What would that
Uh,
do? She'd be like first boot. Like who wants her in there?
Cerie's not a bad guess just because, like you're saying, like winner and it would add an element. Somebody from maybe season 1. Um, what could be a notable woman to come in? Maybe someone like Brandy. That's a housewife. She knows
Kate,
camera.
bring
No more
back Kate.
housewives.
I'm
Kate.
just trying.
The
I'd
rest of
love
them
to
are
see
forgettable.
Kate again.
Listen, I'd be.
I don't know
down.
why Sarah Palin came to my mind, but
Sarah Palin. That's like so random.
well, they have a political person for Europe. I'm just thinking of like where we have not
Okay.
tapped.
Omarosa.
Hillary Clinton.
That'd be cool. I'd be down with Omarosa.
Omarosa,
I
New
would not
York.
be.
Yeah, there's no way New York.
No,
New York would be so
Omarosa.
good on this show
No.
too. No, New York would be great because she would just like pick someone that she thought was a traitor and would just be accusing the shit out of them. And it would
I'm
be
also tired of
classic.
New York. Sorry, I'm not really down for that one either. She just says things just so that people clip it and put it on social media. Like enough with New York. I'm done. I'd rather Hillary Clinton than New York.
I think it'd be funny. Like a political person would be funny.
It would. It would.
Let's think
Meghan
about
McCain.
AOC.
AOC. That actually would be fun.
One thing I was going to bring up too is with the whole Janelle and Ekans, the little Pokemon snake. Ekans.
I can.
Who do you think had the shield first? Because I had to go back and watch the replay.
I think
Janelle had it.
Ekins probably had
Yeah.
it first, and I think
Yeah.
Janelle just grabbed her and snatched it out of her hand. I don't know why that was such like a big thing where people were getting mad at that being an accusatory thing. It's like I
Not true.
snatched it.
Janelle was there first.
Yeah. Oh, so you went to the tape.
Well,
Oh,
just
yeah.
because she was there doesn't mean her hand was on it. I think the
Janelle
thing
was.
that, but
Janelle,
it doesn't. You know what? It doesn't matter. This is exactly like the peppermint.
Somebody was
Michelle.
opening. Somebody was opening it, and Janelle like jumped on the ground and tried to grab it, and then Ekans started kind of like trying to get in, and Janelle
She did rap.
Get
I
outta
can
here.
use rap.
Janelle used alligator roll, and
It looked like
Ekins
she was like just trying to get a
finally-
toy on Black Friday.
Right.
Snatching.
yeah.
I get it done.
Like I said, we'll be back next week, UK and USA. Kyle, Strat Chat, what are you guys covering?
Stretch Chat is doing Traitors US on Monday for MLK Junior Day.
Oh,
Probably
you
gonna be-
got a date now.
We do have a date. Time TBD. We're thinking we'll be live, but probably like 7 p.m. We want to keep it early, because people be tired. And then the challenge 39, our usual Thursdays at 9:30. Yeah. Come hang out. Let us know what you think.
Appreciate you keeping the torch up. You're doing it. You're doing God's work.
We're really trying.
Um,
Forging on.
a lot of stuff coming up.
But CT is back this week. All right. So let's
Get
get
CT double dip a
excited
CT
about
next
that.
week.
Yeah, come on.
You get a
CT.
Thursday, Friday CT dip. That's pretty good,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff coming up on the channel. Like I said, we're covering both seasons of the Traitors. Next week, Love Island All Stars. That comes actually the 15th. So I think actually like Sunday it premieres. So next week
God.
we'll have coverage of Love Island. The Bachelor comes back January 22nd. Love and Hip Hop just came back. We are covering Trust Game Agreed. Brett mentioned that earlier on in the review. That's Netflix on Wednesdays. Love is Blind season 6 back next month. We have The Bachelor at the end of this month. Farmer Wants a Wife next month. Survivor 46. Survivor Australia. I mean, there's a lot of things just in the next few months. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and if there's something you like or something one of your friends likes, we're probably covering it, and spread the word. But for myself, Brian, Brett, Kyle, everyone at the Reality Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.